Imagine for a moment standing beneath a vast, unbroken night sky. The stars above you are not merely points of light, but suns, countless suns scattered across the unfathomable darkness. Each one a furnace of nuclear fire, each one perhaps circled by planets, some of them Earth-like, bathed in the same pale starlight that now touches your face. For centuries, humanity has gazed upward and wondered, are we alone? It is a question as old as consciousness itself, etched into the myths of every culture, whispered in the silence between heartbeats. But what if the answer is not what we hope? What if, in all this immensity, we are truly alone? This is the haunting specter of Fermi's paradox, the dissonance between the universe's staggering potential for life and the eerie silence that greets us when we listen. Tonight, let us wander through this enigma, not with fear, but with the quiet curiosity of stargazers. Let us ponder what it might mean if the cosmos, for all its splendor, is ours alone to witness. The paradox of plenty. The numbers, as always, are humbling. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is home to over 100 billion stars. Many of these are older than our sun, some by billions of years. Beyond our galaxy, there are trillions more galaxies, each a swirling island of stars, stretching into the abyss. The observable universe in its entirety contains more stars than grains of sand on every beach, every desert, every hidden corner of our tiny world. And yet we hear nothing. No signals crackle through the void. No probes drift into our solar system. No distant civilizations announce their presence in the cosmic ledger. The universe, for all its grandeur, is silent. Why? This is the heart of Fermi's question. Enrico Fermi, the architect of the nuclear age, posed it bluntly in 1950. Where is everybody? If life is common, if intelligence is inevitable, then the galaxy should teem with civilizations. Some of them surely would have spread across the stars, their presence as obvious to us as the constellations. And yet, we find ourselves adrift in a sea of silence. The Drake equation, a whisper of possibility. To navigate this paradox, we turn to the Drake equation, a formula not of answers, but of questions. Conceived by astronomer Frank Drake in 1961, it is a way to frame the variables that might determine the number of communicative civilizations in our galaxy. Let us walk through it, step by step, like travelers tracing a path through the dark. First, the rate of star formation. Our galaxy births new stars every year, slowly now, but once in its youth in a frenzy of creation. Next, the fraction of those stars with planets. We now know, thanks to telescopes like Kepler, that planets are not rare. They are ubiquitous. Most stars host families of worlds, some small and rocky, others gaseous giants. Then comes the fraction of habitable planets, those orbiting in the Goldilocks zone, where water could pool and persist. Here too, optimism reigns. Our galaxy may hold tens of billions of such worlds. Then the leap to life itself. Does life emerge readily in the presence of water, chemistry, and time? On Earth, it arose almost as soon as the planet cooled. Perhaps it is a cosmic imperative written into the laws of nature. But then intelligence. Complex, self-aware, tool-building intelligence. This is where the equation grows murky. Life on Earth thrived for 3 billion years as microbes, algae, and fungi. Animals appeared only 600 million years ago. Homo sapiens, a mere 300,000. Intelligence, it seems, is not a guaranteed destination. It is a fragile branch on the tree of life. Finally, the lifespan of a technological civilization. How long do societies last before they succumb to war, resource depletion, or environmental collapse? This variable, perhaps, is the most terrifying of all. For if civilizations tend to self-destruct, then the window for cosmic connection is vanishingly small. Multiply these probabilities together, and the result is either a galaxy humming with voices or a solitary one, ours. The Great Filter. This brings us to the chilling concept of the Great Filter, a hypothetical barrier that prevents life from reaching interstellar maturity. The filter could lie in our past, making the emergence of intelligence extraordinarily rare. Or worse, it could lie ahead of us, a gauntlet of existential risks we have yet to face. If the filter is behind us, if we are among the first, the lucky ones, then the silence makes a tragic kind of sense. We may be the only ones to have slipped through the cracks of cosmic indifference, but if the filter awaits us, then the stakes of our survival could not be higher. Every war, every climate disaster, every act of short-sightedness becomes a test we cannot afford to fail. The pale blue dot reimagined. There is another possibility, of course, one that requires neither filters nor doom. Perhaps intelligence is simply uninterested. After all, the timescales of the universe are vast. Civilizations might rise, transcend their biological forms, and abandon the physical realm for digital existence. Or they might turn inward, tending to virtual worlds, leaving the stars to the silence. Or perhaps we are like ants in a cathedral, unaware of the giants moving in the shadows. Advanced civilizations could be here, watching, choosing not to interfere. The zoo hypothesis, they call it, a cosmic prime directive. But if that is true, why no relics, no artifacts, no monuments to their passing? The courage of loneliness. Let us confront the unthinkable. Suppose we are alone. Suppose Earth is the only planet where the universe woke up, looked around, and began to tell its story. What then? There is a melancholy to this idea, yes, but there is also a profound beauty, for it would mean that we are the universe's only chance to know itself. Every painting, every symphony, every equation, every act of love and curiosity becomes a sacred thread in the fabric of the cosmos. We are the universe's voice, its eyes, its memory. Carl Sagan once wrote that we are a way for the cosmos to know itself. If we are alone, that statement transforms from poetry into solemn duty, to survive, to thrive, to carry the flame of awareness into the far future. A final thought. As you drift into sleep tonight, consider this. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, but it is only now, here on this small world, that stardust has become conscious. Whether we are alone or not, that is a miracle, and miracles by their very nature are fleeting. So let the silence of the cosmos be not a burden, but a reminder to cherish this brief, dazzling moment when the universe holds its breath and listens.